Hello, welcome back to Universe United, a conversation series that brings our community together all across the globe. I'm R'Bonney Gabriel, Miss Universe, and I'm joining my sister, Miss Turkey, Aleyna Şirin, to discuss the devastating earthquakes that have happened in her country, how she is doing, and ways that we can help. So first of all, Aleyna, I just wanted to say thank you so much for taking the time to tune in. On behalf of the Miss Universe organization, myself, and my sisters, we are so grateful that you're safe and you can actually chat with me and discuss what's been happening. So can you just share with us a little bit of how your experience has been?
Firstly, hello everyone from Turkey. Since all you know that there's an earthquake in Turkey and Syria, so it was so heartbreaking for all of us, not just for the affected provinces. It's centered in Kahramanmaraş and it's affected 11 provinces, but we are so depressed in the whole situation. All citizens were so depressed. So now we are trying to do our best still, and we are so grateful to all countries that sent help to us. So thank you so much, everyone.
Yes, thank you. And that's something we want to learn more about, how we can all help from our home all across the globe. And just for a little bit of context, we prepared some questions as well. And for those who don't know, actually the epicenter of the two earthquakes were 7.8 and 7.6 magnitude with several aftershocks. So over 50,000 people have lost their lives and hundreds of thousands have been unhoused and are going through extreme weather conditions. It's very cold with harsh weather. So can you tell us a little bit about the host city and the background on how refugees are in the city now?
They're always sending help to Kahramanmaraş and the other 11 provinces, but we still need help because they're so cold right now too. And a lot of people died from hypothermia because of the cold. And now they're living in the container houses and the shelters, but there's still help or things from the all United States, just not for only Turkey, for all countries. We already have things, but it's not enough for us because there's so bigger than the news. It's not the real easy.
And just a little bit of context as well for our viewers. I know that you're studying interior architecture and environmental designs. So has your passions and your background helped you in this time? And is there ways that you're able to apply it now?
I'm a student already, but shelter is a basic need, not a luxury. And my biggest goal is to establish a foundation where volunteer architects work towards to this problem in the future.
Yes, so that can go hand in hand. Is there ways that you help for the future that you can provide shelter because of this crisis?
Yes. I'm still working with the foundations, but I couldn't be in the Kahramanmaraş or the other 11 provinces because they need help from the persons who are full packet of knowledge about this one. So I'm ready for them with the social media and for the all foundations. I'm ready for to help anything about it. And I can design many shelters and the container houses, and I can work with the architect foundations to help it. But this is my biggest goal, to work with a foundation.
Yes,
and establish a foundation.
Yes, and we fully support you on that. I remember actually in our group chat with the Miss Universe sisters when you reached out to us and you gave us links. So thank you for that. So we were able to post on social media. There actually is power in social media, and having these conversations on different links that we can volunteer on and even donate if we're all across the world and can't be there in person. So thank you for that. I also actually wanted to bring up your national costume. So it was actually inspired by the Phoenix Rising and the power of the women of Turkey and the strength and resiliency. So can you talk a little bit more about that and how you feel like that is very relevant in the time that you're going through right now?
Actually, my biggest inspiration about women came from Atatürk, our first leader, because he gave us this power to be strong women, because he gave us a right to vote, and he always teach us how to be a strong. And still, we're reading his articles about how to become a powerful woman. I think it's my biggest inspiration.
Yes, I love that inspiration too with the Phoenix Rising. That was actually how you rise from the ashes and you just find that strength through hard times. And that was actually my inspiration for the swimsuit cape as well. So that's something that I think everybody can kind of relate to, just pushing past hard times. And as I've mentioned before, the Miss Universe organization, myself and the sisters, we are all here to support you and help in any way that we can.
Thank you so much for your help. And I always feel your support and the sister's support, of course. I feel not alone all this situation.
Okay, great. I just wanted to also touch base on the fact that the Turkish Psychologists Association that calls for psychology and mental health services. And I know that a lot of people have been affected because of the stress and the devastating things that have happened. But is there resources for mental health is there resources for mental health at this time, or therapists or social workers on the ground? I mean, have you personally seen any of this, or how can we support in that type of way?
Yes, there's a lot of psychologists in the Kahramanmaraş and the other 11 provinces, because, okay, it's affected like physically, but I think the most important is mentally, because if we can control our mental health, so we can help each other and the other ones. It's the most important thing to keep it real strong. So that's why the psychology is the most important in this situation, because there's a lot of children and we need to keep them safe. So if we want to keep them safe, first we need to set up our minds. So yes, they work so well. All the volunteers, there are so many volunteers who work for each of them, like all parts, not for only psychology, not for only food, not for only shelter needs. There are a lot of volunteers for all needs.
Yes, absolutely. And mental health should be at the forefront, especially for the children. The youth are our future, and we want to protect their minds as much as possible, especially at that time. I mean, I think we can all relate in one way or another how mental health can affect our day-to-day lives. And it's times like this when we come together and we show support, whether it's in person or doing a Universe United or just sharing on social media. There's power in that. And I want to just discuss a little bit more of the power of social media, just because this is an issue not only in Turkey, but it's global. It's a humanitarian crisis. And there's people, I myself, that know we're so far away, but we still want to use our voices through this digital platform to help and support. So let's talk a little bit more about how people can continue to support even though that they feel like they're so far away. Because I know some of the Miss Universe sisters that were in neighboring countries, they gathered different items, blankets, and were actually able to do the groundwork. But unfortunately, not every Miss Universe sister could do that. So how can we continue to support that?
First of all, I add some of the foundations list, like one of them is for the shelter needs, one of them is for the clothes, because it's so cold right now too. And I told you before that some of the people die from the hypothermia. So there are lots of foundations, and I can add here too.
Yes.
I sent you, I guess, right?
Yes, you sent it to me, and I would say,
yeah.
would you say it's an emphasis on more clothing right now, or blankets because of the weather?
Yeah, blankets, tents, but every penny counts. So it doesn't matter what you're gonna send us, because every penny counts here right now.
Okay. Well, thank you for that information. I know we have a link that we can continue to share and drop even on stories on this platform, as well as all social media platforms. And we just want to know that we are going to continue to support you in any way possible, and that you, your family, and your country is in our thoughts and prayers.
Thank you so much for your help and kindness. Of course, Miss Universe family always behind me. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Elena. Thank you for your time. I hope to connect with you again one day in person. No matter what's happening, you can always reach out to me, and we'll continue to always use that Miss Universe chat with all our sisters.
I know you're always in my heart and my thoughts. Thank you for your help.
Yes, thank you. All right. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in. And I just want to reiterate the importance of supporting our sister, Miss Aleyna Şirin, as well as Turkiye in the country. If you feel like you cannot do anything, just remember that anything helps. There's a support system all across the globe, and we will continue to provide those links that Miss Elena has been talking about. And as well as just remember to keep Turkiye, the surrounding countries, in your thoughts, and our hearts will continue to go out to you. So thank you everybody for tuning in, and have a blessed day.
Thank you so much, guys. Every penny counts, and it's really could save a life.
Yes.